Just waiting for all the sirens to die down, because you know when Graham wants to make a video and say something, the London's finest turn all their sirens on and roar up and down the road making lots of noise. But that's London, that's what it's like, isn't it? Now, yesterday Fiona and I went to Westminster Abbey. Okay, we went to one of the services, and the reason we did that was because during the week, I mean, Westminster Abbey is open all week, but they want something like £25 each to get in, so it would have cost us £50 to get in. And we found out that if you go to the service on Sunday, you can get in for free. And the reason we wanted to go there, I've been in Westminster Abbey before many years ago, but we wanted to see the grave of Sir Thomas Hesketh, who was one of my ancestors from the ye old days, because I'm sure all the Hesketh family descended from him. There's quite a lot of Heskeths in the phone book if you go to Liverpool, but the Hesketh family actually comes from the Liverpool area. It's Rufford Old Hall, I think it is. It's more sort of Southport and in towards Preston a little bit, but it's generally Liverpool area. So we wanted to find this grave, so we went in, we looked, and we found him. We actually found him. But we were herded in through the main door. You've seen Westminster Abbey, you know, where the kings and queens of England get crowned. I mean, it was there. It's there. Everyone gets crowned there on the spot, and we were really right up at the front there. Funerals, Queen's funeral, King's funeral, Princess Diana, everybody. It was all done at Westminster Abbey. You go in through the main doors, and we got herded down to the left as you've gone in, and down the left side, right up to the front pretty much, and that is where Sir Thomas Hesketh is. He's just on the right, just before you get to the main cross. I don't know what you call it in a church or a cathedral. You know, where there's like near the altar, there's a cross piece where people can sit, and just in that corner there, that's where Sir Thomas is on the left hand side. In case you were interested or you were going to go there and see it. So that's where we went. We had our picture taken, and they're really on you as soon as you go in. The place is full of security guards, and they're on you straight away. No videos, never video in a church. And you think, oh, cool, okay, yeah, no problem. Take a few pictures if that's okay. So I went in there. I got a picture of Sir Thomas Hesketh. I got a picture. Fiona took some pictures of me with him in the background, and then we sat down and we had to sit through the Westminster Abbey service, and hymns and prayers, that sort of thing. I mean, I'm sure you're familiar with it, but yeah, you can even use your phone. I mean, because when we went in, we thought, oh, we'll have to turn the phone onto silent mode. And they're there, oh, it's okay, you can scan this, just held it up, you can scan this and you can follow the service on your phone if you wanted to, if you had any Wi-Fi, you know, but I don't think they supply Wi-Fi in Westminster Abbey. But I was dead impressed because they've got CCTV, it's HD, and it keeps flicking from one position to another. And in the pulpit where I remember, what was Diana's brother called? Charles Spencer. I remember him being up there at Diana's funeral, giving it loads. And of course the place hasn't changed. It's very unlikely to change. It's 1,000 years old, isn't it? But it was really cool to go in there and look around and look at the height of the place and weigh it up. And even the pillar that we were sat next to, you know, one of the main pillars of the up by the altar there, we're looking at these pillars and thinking, well, that's over 1,000 years old, and you can see where all the bits have been broken off and the stone's been rubbed. 1,000 years of people rubbing up against it, and you think, wow, superb building. I mean, it's amazing. And then I thought to myself, well, when you can't take pictures, it says all over the programme and things, don't take pictures while the service is on. But I thought, well, when the service is over, can be there. And so we're sat at the back like this, waiting for the service to be over. And when it was over, everyone starts getting up and they start wandering off, and you've got these big television screens in case you can't see what's going on at any part, because it's a big cathedral, it's an abbey. I don't know what the difference is between an abbey and a cathedral, but I'm sure someone out there is going to tell me. They're both big. Yeah. And the king wasn't there. I mean, the king goes to church, doesn't he? But he wasn't there. And half expected them to be there, actually. Don't know. But the old pews were there, you know, where the Queen used to sit. And there was just members of the public sitting in the pews there. Because obviously they give the best seats to the royal family, don't they? But anyway, we were sitting at the back and we're waiting for the service to end so we can get the phones out and turn the camera on and take some pictures. And security's on you, they're behind you like this. And don't forget, they've already sent the collection bowl round, so we'll put some change in the collection bowl. And they're there, they're on it, they're on all the collection bowls. Oh, and there's an order of them stacking it up. And you think, wow, they're really sort of greedy graspers, and like, you know, they're like behind you. This way's the door, sir, this is the way out. And you think, well, hang on a minute, you know, I just want to take some pictures. Take me time, and they're standing right behind you. Off to the right, sir, door's down that way. And you think, okay, just give me a minute, because I wanted to take pictures of that floor that you're not allowed to walk on, only the priests can walk on it. Or they're not called priests, are they, in an Anglican church? But this floor is mosaics, and like I say, it's 1,000 years old. It's the original floor, so I'm told. And the king or the queen always gets crowned in the middle of that floor. There's a spot, and there's all kind of significance into the. So I wanted to get some pictures of the floor and the pulpit, and just a few. But I wanted to wander around. I thought I could wander around after the service and take pictures, but no, they're on you. The security's standing like breathing down the back of your neck. And you think, oh, all right, the door's this way, sir, door's this way. And you go, okay, yeah. So you get the feeling that you're unwelcome because you haven't paid to get in. And I thought, okay. And in the service, they were going on about the prodigal. Was it a prodigal, or what did they call him? The story of the slaves who were given money to look after. And one slave actually made money. And when his master came back, he goes, here you go. And I've made some more money for, oh, well done. Second slave had less money, but he'd made a few quid on it, and he'd gone, there you go, oh, well done, yeah. And the last one, who'd been given this money to look after, he buried it. And when his master came back, he dug it up and goes, here's your money, master. Didn't want to spend it and lose the money, because then you'd be angry with me. And he was angry with them anyway for not investing it. And I thought, it's all about money. It's all about money. So we got the point, and then we wandered down from the altar all the way down the main aisle out of the church, and there's the grave of the unknown soldier, which you've got to go round, obviously, because it's a bit disrespectful to trample on it, isn't it? Everyone walks round it, and out the door. And I thought, well, that was an experience, because they're waiting. There's a crowd of tourists, obviously, who've just paid, who want to come in and take pictures. So it's all turned from religion and praising God to making money. And then there's a gift shop just outside. You can go in the gift shop, and there's all kinds of shite in there that you can buy for loads and loads of money. London's best again. And then we wandered up to Victoria Station. But I'll keep this, because this is the first time me and Fiona have ever been in church together and sat through a service, because, as you know, we're not church goers. Doesn't mean we don't believe in God, but it does mean that we don't go to church together. My mother was a Bible basher, so I got forced into the church choir, and I was a choir boy, and much to my humiliation, and forced to sing hymns and things, and I had the Bible rammed down my throat. So once I became a teenager and rebelled, I never went to church ever again, which is a shame, because there's some fabulous buildings out there. There really are. And we've been looking today, haven't we, Fiona? Are we allowed to say what we've been looking at on the internet?
What have we been looking at?
Fern.
Oh yeah, there's a church for sale in Dundee.
35 grand
pounds
for a little church in a place called Fern. I mean, we're not going to buy it. We were just looking
really
at it.
gorgeous.
But I mean, if we were in the market for a church, see, a lot of these churches are listed buildings. So you buy the church and you've got the graveyards, you've got everything, and you can't dig anyone up and build houses. You can't knock it down, you can't do anything with it, which is why they're cheap, these properties
I
are.
wouldn't do that though. I'd
Really
want to keep
cheap.
it as it
You've
is.
got to keep it as it is, and obviously you've got to maintain the graveyards. You've got to employ someone or do it yourself, go around cutting the grass and things. But inside the church, you can pretty much do what you want. You can take all the pews out and you can configure the inside to your own house if you wanted to. You know, to something like a nice, comfortable living space. And for 35 grand, what can you buy elsewhere for that? And I thought to myself, all right, it means go and live in the middle of Scotland. Somewhere between Dundee and Balmoral, you know, up in the back end of the Cairngorm, somewhere like that, where you're bound to get buried in snow in the winter and that. But you know, the theory of it, you could actually buy that place like that and make a fabulous house out of it if you wanted to. But I don't think I want to do that because I quite like living in the sun and being nice and warm. But theoretically, you know, you could buy up an old church, because there's loads of these old churches because nobody goes anymore. So there's no collection bowls going around. The Archbishop's not making any money to give to the King. So the nub of it is they're just selling them off. They're selling them off cheap. And they can't sell them because nobody wants to buy them because you can't knock them down. They're listed buildings, they've got graveyards, and for all those reasons I've just listed, they're not particularly popular, but they would be popular with some people, because depending on the size of there's a lot you could do with it with an old church, but you'd really want a small one, you know, a little sort of countryside one, because you don't want something that's too big. I mean, goodness me, Westminster Abbey, I was like that, thinking, well, you can build a block of flats in here. Not that I would, okay. I'm just saying you could.
Philistine.
You Philistine. You could if you wanted to. But I mean,
I love that building.
it's a fabulous building. The architecture that's gone into it. Anyway, there's a lot of churches around the UK, and I've heard of people buying old churches in the Isle of Skye and things like that. And again, having the same problem, but they've converted it inside, made it really nice. And I think it's certainly worth thinking about, especially if you're young and you're looking for somewhere, because now you've got Starlink. You know, you haven't got to worry about, because everywhere you go, you've got to have internet. I mean, it's a nightmare. The internet in London's a nightmare where I am, because there's so many. I know for a fact Fiona's uploaded a couple of videos, new ones, and when I go on her channel, the only one I can see, the latest one, was like 3 days ago. Trevor Colt. I watch Trevor Colt every day, and his latest video, I know he released one this morning because I got a notification. I go on his channel, and again, I'm 3 days behind. It's obviously something to do with
It's to do with the kick-off, innit?
the Palestinian protesters and that, and they're obviously putting a block. So we're blocked. We're not getting up-to-date information. We're in a zone where we're getting censored. And I can't do any community posts because community posts are disallowed in this zone. If I go out of the zone, go in a pub or a bar somewhere that's got its own Wi-Fi, and I'm not in very close to Westminster, I can see everything, it's fine. But it's just where I am at the moment, this right near Westminster. So I guess censorship to the internet we're just noticing it is actually happening. And that's about it, really. I might make another video later because we're going somewhere special this afternoon. Keep that stum. And I will make a video from there. Fiona might even go live, I don't know, depends what mood she's in and what the internet's like when we get there and all these other factors. So thanks for watching, and I'll be posting loads of little video clips. Lady Faith came up the other day and we went off on the cruise on the Thames and we did a few other things, and she sent me all her videos, so I'll be posting them randomly throughout the week. Don't want to bombard you and put them all on at once because nobody wants that. So I'll be trickle feeding them in, so you'll see behind the scenes and stuff, and family being family and doing our stuff in London. Hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I want 10,000. I want 10,000 subscribers if I can get it. I'm not far away. And Foxy, if you're watching, mate, thanks for the shout out. Me and Fiona really appreciate it, but we can't see the comments. on the videos. So we'll get back to you on that
We
one.
can't comment either.
We can't comment. We can't comment on your videos. We can't comment on Trevor Colt's. We can't comment on anybody's YouTube videos unless we go somewhere
But
just
they allow
specifically.
comments on X, the most vicious
But yeah,
platform on
X,
the internet.
X is fine. I can do all the comments and everything. I can see everything on X. But so they've lost the plot somewhere, haven't they? Okay, well, hopefully I'll see you later in the day in this special place that we're going to go. Bye for now.